Hi everybody, watch how I turn this Necron army into this Necron army here on Modeled. Modeled! Okay, we'll start things off with the first model I LED'd, which was these Tomb Blades. I actually only finished one. I still haven't finished painting it because I'm not using it in my list at the moment. And so, how I hooked it up, I just had one resistor, and I hooked it up to the two positives, the LED, and the two negatives go to the negative. Now hooking it up this way, kind of like the circuitry in these LEDs. It's kind of ingenious. They got, normally if you're going to get an LED to blink in a circuit, you got to put like capacitors and resistors or transistors, and the circuit will be pretty big, right? But they somehow got it inside that LED. Resistors and capacitors in some sort of network. Anyways, the timing is not going to be exact on each one. And so hooking it up with one resistor like that, they each should have their own resistor, so they're like separate. But when they're connected to one resistor, the circuitry will kind of like interfere with each other because the timing's not exactly the same. So watch, I'll turn it on. Starts off like normal, the way they're supposed to be blinking. Now it's starting to interfere with each other. But actually that effect is kind of cool because it's kind of off balance. So it's not the same, it sort of stutters, and so it's like he's going on and off the trigger. So actually I don't mind that. So anyways, that's the one Tomb Blade I got. Sort of made, sort of finished. Okay, next guy I'm going to show you is, he's called Trazyn the Infinite. He's a character. A cheap character. I don't know, well, he's not in my list either. But he was the first character I thought he looked pretty cool. Reasonable price, so I picked him up. And I put flashing, a different kind of flashing LED in this one. And I kind of white glazed the LED too, to dim it a little bit. This one actually, it's a slow flashing LED, and it changes color. Turn the light off there. Kind of neat, eh? Okay, we might as well stick to characters. And this is Imotekh the Traveler. And I really like this guy. He's in my list. I never seen him in lists on the internet, and I find him really good for melee. Boosting your melee troops. My Lich Guard, I use him to buff my Lich Guard. And so he's got a War Scythe, one of his weapons, and he's got this take-on arrow thing that's really powerful, but you can only use it once. He's got other special abilities. He's +1 attacks to units within 3 inches of him, infantry. So for this guy, some of the guys I didn't want to do blinking, right? So he just got a War Scythe, so it's just a lot of power in there. So I just put like a orangey red LED for that. Next, we have Overlord with Resurrection Orb, and I just tried putting an LED on top, just a green one. Again, this one's not blinking. Not the best job on this guy, but I just put a piece from a Tesla carbine on top, and I just made it's a void scythe he's using, so he's just going green a little bit there just for some energy. Nothing special really on this guy. Okay, now we got to go to the Necron warriors here, and I just used some acrylic tubing here, and I put the LED right here. You notice how all these I just painted, I let the wire hang down and painted it black. And yeah, sure, you could look at it and notice it, but you don't really notice it on the table or anything. Like to actually make it work so it goes, you don't see all this stuff, would be really difficult and time consuming, and it's not, I don't think it's worth it for a whole army. That's probably why you don't see too many full Necron armies out there, because probably people are trying to do it that way. And turn that guy on. And these guys about 2.5 milliamps, and I'm guessing about 250 milliamps for the battery capacity, and this is 2.5 milliamps, so say about 100 hours you should get that. So that's like 20 games, 25 games before you have to change all the batteries. And for 250 you could get 3 units batteried at the dollar store. There's 8 of them there. I made 2 units of 12 of these so far. I got more on the go, but I don't know when I'll finish them. And also, like, the resistor dictates the current in these things, so the more current you put in there, the quicker your battery is going to go. So I try to make it as low as possible while still being bright. Okay, now here's some Immortals with Tesla carbines. Here I just put the LED backwards inside that. I drilled it out. I put in a piece of blue acrylic in there. Put the LED in there, and then I capped it off with that. But first I had to cut it off and then drill a hole in there. So it kind of blinks from the inside. And I made 7 of these guys. I'll show you 4. And here we have Deathmarks, and did the acrylic there with the LED. And put the cap of the piece. After I cut it all off, I had to carve this out. And a little tricky, crazy gluing that on there, but other than that, no problem. And these crystals. Check out Mini Wargaming's, I think it's their 2nd video or so. You see Dave show you how to build these crystals out of sprues. This guy on. And I built 7 of these guys too. There's 4 of them. I didn't build the gauze blasters. I didn't use them. I think is that what they're called? Yeah, the gauze blasters. I didn't build any of them. I started one and then I just said no, I don't want to use them. But in the future, I'll get to it. Okay, now we have the lovely Lich Guard. And I love these guys. They're tough in combat. You don't want to mess with these guys. Look at them. You want to mess with that guy? Anyways, at first I made a unit of these without any LEDs because I wasn't sure what to do LEDs with these guys. Then I decided, oh, the center. Let's put an LED in the center. And so I did. Put a yellow LED, non-blinking, just straight. And when I envisioned the Lich Guard, I wanted them marching down with the shield in front. A lot of them have the, like you take this guy for example. Oh, it's swayed to the side, it comes out. And I tried to model them, like all of them, like with the shield in front. And I got a bunch of them to go like that. This guy. But some of them I couldn't do without much effort anyways. So it's marching down. So I got 10 Lich Guard. And 5 of them aren't LED'd. I don't know, I'd probably like to have 20 Lich Guard. Okay, now we'll go to the lovely race. A lot of detail on these things, the paint. And some people say painting Necrons is pretty easy. I guess you could paint them easy, just try brush them silver. But if you can take your time and paint every little detail, and it'll take lots of time to finish them off. Got this magnetic transdimensional beamer, so I can switch the weapons there. So this was a lot more work to LED, because this one I did go on the inside of the unit. As you can see here, each one was different too, so I had to drill a hole and go through his rear there, and it goes inside, and in here I think is the resistor, and again there's one resistor here, because that plays tricks too. Because here's the difference here. On the top, I have the color changing, slow flashing LED. And on the bottom is just a regular blue LED. And so with that changing voltage with this LED, makes this normal one go off and on at certain times. And I'll show you. See, it's not on now because the voltage is too low. Because the blue needs a little bit more volts. It needs 3 volts to go on. So like that blue one will go on and off at times. Kind of neat, eh? Fit all these in there for you. I only have 3 of these. These guys took a while to build. Okay, now we have the Doomsday Ark, and this took a while to build too. Let's see if we get to see it here, because this is a model you have to build in stages. You just can't put it together and paint it. You got to put pieces together, paint it, put pieces together, paint it. So it's basically all this gun here. I got it thick. I forget the millimeters on that. It's maybe it's 5mm. And I got that on the inside here. And the resistor is in this part. And see if I can zoom in here. And it comes out there. The black comes out there. Red comes out there. And goes down to here. To this switch. And now it's okay on the battlefield because sometimes you can't see it depending on the angle it's on. But I really wanted to do these guns, but that would be a lot more work. Use a lot more power too. So, but I wanted to really get the army done, so I just said, nah. But I'm gonna have another Doomsday Ark because you need at least 2 of them. And the next one I build, I'm gonna take my time with it, and I'm gonna LED all these. And I lost his arm. Somewhere. I think I grabbed him like this and lost his arm somewhere. Okay, now we have Annihilation Barge with this giant weapon here, twin Tesla destructors. And it's got a gauze cannon on the bottom. So we got 3 LEDs going. 3 blinking blue LEDs going in this thing. And you know, tried to hide the wires best I can there with just the black. Could have did a better job on that, but you do get a little impatient sometimes. So let's try to turn this guy on. Because it's hard to tell in this bright. Probably should have a darker background, but I need to get the lightness in here, so that's why I have the white background. Here, I'll turn it off. The light here, there we go. Let's see. They're a little off time, so it's kind of neat. Okay, and almost done now. Here's the Catacomb Command Barge. Now, it's got a staff of light, slow flashing LED there. Plus we got, I put an LED on the top there, just that doesn't blink, just normal red, and one on the bottom here. Plus we got another LED with the gauze cannon there. So 1, 2, 4 LEDs on this one. Turn it on. And I made a big mess down here with the wiring. And last but not least is the Satan, or the Catan, the Deceiver. I like this guy. Normally he just has a hand, but I was thinking Darth Maul, lightsaber, and these little bits are from old Cold One Warrior Dark Elves found, so I just put them on top. Crystals, I got a blue LED down there to shine up on them. Take a look at his eyes and that. Kind of neat. Really cool looking model. But he's a showpiece for sure. Turn him on. Kinda neat, eh? Turn the lights out on this guy. Kinda screws my camera up, but okay. Okay, here is 1900 points of Necrons, all in battle formation. I'm gonna get more than this. I want another Doomsday Ark, another 3 Wraiths at least, some more Immortals. I got some Necron warriors already. Okay, let's turn on the LEDs and start to turn off the lights. Now, how cool is that? Took a while to get to this point. Off and on, it took me about 6 months. Off and on, so how cool is that? Anyways, this is a new channel, and I'm gonna make it grow. I'm gonna work hard on it. So still bugs I gotta get out. That's what I got so far. So I just like what you see. You want to see some more? Subscribe and like. Help get me going. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Thank you.